Welcome to your favorite show, The Discussion. I'm your host, Chelsea Okonji. If you are just joining us on the GBKM network, congratulations. What I would like you to do is please download our app. It's free on all platforms. Just search GBKM on iOS or Android to be able to download our free app where you can get our notifications of the past shows, get notifications for your live shows, see what is going up, keep up to date with the GBKM network and see all the interesting things that we have for you. You can also catch up on all the OAPs and look at the shows that are going on. If by any chance you do not download the app, you also have the opportunity to keep up with GBKM at the website, which is www.gbkm.tv. or www.gbkm.fm. That way you can see what's going on with the network. You can also catch our shows, keep up to date, get notifications for the new things that we have coming out. In the meantime, you can also follow us on all our socials. It will be GBKM Network on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Remember to join the discussion, like, share, comment, subscribe. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to hear from you. Share with anybody and keep on the discussion. On that note, I'd like to welcome you again to a brand new episode. This show is proudly sponsored by Courier Services. Now, Keenan Courier Services is a courier service that connects customers that want to have things and packages delivered to them with drivers that are willing to deliver them. Now, as a driver of Keenan Courier, you will be able to set your own hours, work flexible, as flexible as you want it to be, work with any car that you would like to, any comfortable car that you would like to work with, get better income and better trip allocation. You'd also be able to cash out immediately after, so you don't have to wait for that. The best way to be able to get into Kenyan Courier is to search their website at kenyancourier.com, or you can also search the app. Just search Kenan at Apple or Google Play Store. Now, before we get into our topic of today, there is no way we can get into our topic without mentioning the monumental thing that is happening this month. Not just this month, this year. So this year we're celebrating a very special state in Nigeria, which is Edo State, turning 30 this particular month, and it is really, really special. Just a little bit of background about Edo State and how it came about. Edo State was formed in 1991 from the northern portion of Bendel State and the southern portion becoming Delta State. Prior to this, in 1963, the citizens of the territory had voted to separate from what was then the Western region, and the Midwestern region was created. This is how we have come to have Edo State formed. And this month, like I said, this year as well, we're going to be celebrating Edo State at 30. Joining us today to discuss our topic, the impact of Nigerians in the diaspora, is one of the key players of Edo's in diaspora. He's not only a researcher and an academic, he's also an alumni of the University of Benin in Nigeria. He also has huge experience of working in both industry and education center. He is a cerebral writer and a passionate speaker on social change, good governance, and several publications. He's very proudly an Edo man. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tony Agbons. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Chelsea.
You're welcome.
I really like the last line of your intro. Very proudly an Edoma.
Yes.
It's my pleasure being here at the GBKM network. And I must say this, I want to commend the management and the entire team of the GBKM network for the good job you guys are doing. You are doing well. Awesome. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we're very happy to have you here, especially with the event at hand. So how do you feel that Edo State is about to turn 30, being a proud Edo man?
Oh, you can see my entire 32, opening up. Yes. I am excited. I am elated. I am happy. I am full of joy. Great joy. In fact, I think I'm running short of adjectives to describe how I really feel right now.
Must be a very proud moment.
Edo being 30 and Edo being on the trajectory of super development is really making us Edo's, both those at home and those of us in the diaspora, are really proud. We are so happy.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. It's been joy all around, and especially with Edo producing one of the most wonderful people and opportunities that I have encountered in my life. I believe that is a really good celebration to celebrate, 30 years of being the state that it is. Now, after saying that, we're going right into the first question, and this refers to your article, which you titled, "When We Ought to Beat the Drums." You wrote that, and I quote, "It is pertinent to note that Edo State is arguably the cultural capital of Nigeria. You say this proudly as an Edo man without any regard for whose ox you hoard." Now, the reason why I bring up this quote is because I want you to defend your statement saying that Edo State is the cultural capital of Nigeria. Why do you say this?
Absolutely. Thank you for putting me on the spot and to face the grand jury on the global space like this.
On a global space.
Yes, and I will say it again, and I know a lot of my friends from other parts of Nigeria, they used to tell me that, your Edo-ness is getting too much. Are you sure everything is okay with you? And I'm like, yes, I'm a very proud Edo man. And most Edo people will tell you that we are a people, like I said in one of my recent video I did, we are people steeped in culture, steeped in tradition, values. We are people, that operate, with measured wisdom.
Right.
So, and our history, because most times people hear 30 years of Edo State. I'm like, look, we're only celebrating 30 years of political demography.
Yes.
To be honest, Edo is more than 2,500 years old.
It goes way back.
Has been an area that stretched from Benin City to the top hills of Akoko Edo, even stretching up to Benin Republic, stretching up to Lagos in the west of Nigeria. So we are a people of so much history, royalty. And those are some of the things we are celebrating at this time, even as, like I said, a political demographic space. So ours has been a people that have been there. We have seen it all. We've had our challenges, but at this point in time, we are really celebrating a new dawn in our state in Edo.
Congratulations to that, celebrating a new dawn in Edo State. Now, in reference to the same article, you also mentioned that there are other moral and value-based imperative requirements for nation building. Let us not be deceived. Nothing will change in our society if the fundamental tripod of behavior is not in place. My question to you is, what is this fundamental tripod of behavior, and how can we in the diaspora implement this?
Yeah, thank you, Chelsea, for that very good question. In that article you referred to, the tripod I was trying to allude there is number one is value, morality, and then you look at unity. In my language, we always say that so if I translate that, it says unity is strength. It is disunity that brings a fall. So as far as those of us in the diaspora, as far as we are concerned, and this is the message we have been preaching, when we come together as a united force, no force on earth can stop us. I'm going to repeat that for the sake of emphasis. When we come together as a united force, no force on earth can stop us. So that's essentially the huge message of solidarity that we are preaching in this 30-year celebration. I must tell you that when you look at Nigerians in the diaspora, records have it both official and unofficial. And there are about 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Of this number, Edo State is in the majority. Wow. We are all over the place.
Everywhere.
In fact, in preparing for this celebration, because I'm in the working group in the diaspora, I've come to see that there is no place on the planet where you don't find an Edo State indigene. Wow. Australia, Japan, UK, Europe, Canada, USA, everywhere, even in African countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, Tanzania, the congregation of Edolites is just all over the place. So we have, taken it upon ourselves to come together to represent, our state and to bring the best that we can offer for the development of our state. So that is essentially some of the things I was trying to point out in that article you referred to.
That's wonderful, considering that it's now being done on such a grand scale, especially being, in the diaspora. We don't see a lot of unity sometimes, even within the country itself with other tribes. But in the diaspora, we see so much unity, especially with, the Edo people, like you said, all around the world, trying to do what they can to make things better and to continue to keep the culture alive. So I do commend you for that. I was just going to ask, when you talk about, doing things in the diaspora and trying to implement change back home, how exactly do you think we should go about this, especially for those in the diaspora?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to say that those of us in the diaspora, we owe our brothers and sisters back home some apology. And I've made this apology in some other fora where I've gone to speak. Because before now, we were sitting aloof. We were not involved. I know most of us were just doing our own private businesses, like we say, over here, just hustling and chasing our own beat. And we neglected, to some extent, the home front, especially politically. But, looking at all that is happening back home, I'm talking of Nigeria now, not even Edo. We have come to realization that, look, east or west, home is the best. If you take a statistics, by the kind of work I do, I do a lot of research and I work with a lot of figures and data.
Okay.
Nigerians, then Edo State indigenes, especially. Many of us are, holding our own in different spheres of human endeavor. But we have suddenly realized that, look, we cannot just allow things, the status quo, to continue to reign in our homestead. So that is why we, decided to come together to get involved. It's not just about, if you look, sorry, I have to give some statistical figures again.
No,
I'll bother you quite a lot this evening. So if you look at diaspora remittances to Nigeria, in 2019, if you look at World Bank report, it was estimated that about $26 billion left the diaspora back to Nigeria. Wow. And again, great majority of this is actually remitted to Edo State. In 2020, that was just last year, even during the pandemic that we are still in now, this figure fell down slightly with about 27.7% to about $60.8 billion. And let me just convert this so that people, I'm just talking dollars, some people may not even, especially for our people who are viewing from other parts of the world, where they don't use the dollar currency. That's translated by 11.2 trillion naira remittances. So this is huge. So these are economic support that leave the diaspora to Nigeria. And I must tell you, Chelsea, that apart from oil revenue, no other source of revenue generation amounts to this. that goes into Nigeria. So you see that the diaspora impact, as far as the financial aspect of the Nigerian economy is very, very colossal. So we are major stakeholders, and that we have realized, we are not looking back.
I mean, that's definitely something, especially with the statistics you just brought up. Someone, a viewer that is watching might just think all of this money that is being remitted back to the country. You said in 2019, over 20-something billion. Last year, 2020, $16 billion. That translates to a lot of money. How is it being allocated? How are the resources being used to improve the lives of Nigerians, or even the lives of, Edolites, like you said? Are they seeing the impact of these funds being remitted back to them?
Yeah, I would say that in terms of the usage, it's one area we are actually looking at the moment.
Okay.
That has been a challenge because most people really they misuse this, especially back home in Nigeria. But will continue for long. But it's been a huge source of support to families, healthcare, supporting healthcare for family members, education, stipends, even to meet basic needs, even in real estate, in agriculture, in so many areas. Although there are aspects of these remittances, that goes to some unproductive ventures like our people do back home. But these remittances do go a long way in providing succor a lot of families, members back home in Nigeria.
Definitely. And I'd like to commend you and, the group of diasporans that are always, putting themselves out there and always giving. At this point, we'll have to take a very short break. But when we come back, we're going to be discussing further on the impact of diasporans in Nigeria. Stay tuned.
Edo State will be 30 years old on the 27th of August 2021. Ours is a land with an enduring monarchy of global acclaim. It is a land filled with distinguished sons and daughters defining and holding their own in all spheres of human endeavor, both at home and in the diaspora. We are a people of confidence and excellence, steeped in values, culture, courage, respect, and measured wisdom. Let us celebrate our Edo-ness. God bless Edo State.
Do you want to be your own boss and make income or extra income with flexible schedule? Welcome to Keenan Courier. Keenan Courier works as a marketplace platform connecting customers who need something delivered with drivers that are willing to serve them. Courier with any vehicle, better trip allocation, and cash out your earnings whenever you want. Download our driver apps today to sign up.
Welcome back to your favorite show, The Discussion. We were just on a quick break and we're having a conversation about the impact of diasporans in Nigeria. Joining me today is Dr. Tony Agbons. And here he is again to continue the conversation about this impact. Now, welcome back, Dr. Tony. What we wanted to continue discussing on, last year, everyone took a hit with the COVID situation and going into lockdown. This year, things have started loosening up. There's more restrictions that are opening up because people are able to get vaccinated. What is your stance on being vaccinated?
Yeah, thank you. The COVID-19 pandemic has, brought a lot of challenges to every part of the globe, everywhere, and we are still reeling from it, even as we speak. But like you mentioned, several governments in the world are beginning to relax restrictions. International travel is resuming gradually, and a semblance of normalcy is returning to life. But however, we're also getting reports of third wave of the virus, in several countries. And this is really very disturbing and causing a lot of alarm for so many. But good enough, the quick intervention of scientists, collaborating all over the world to produce the COVID vaccine has been of huge help. Yeah. Like in America, over 70% of the adult population has been vaccinated. Yeah. Here in the UK, where I live, almost about the same number of people have been vaccinated. At least lots of people have had the first and the second jab. I have had both jabs. I had my first jab on the 26th of March, 2021. And then I had the second jab on the 16th of June, 2021. So I'm fully jabbed and I'm good to go. Okay. So, but what I have found really a bit distressing is the reluctance of so many people, especially from the ethnic minority stock, get vaccinated. I have a lot of friends who have just refused to get vaccinated. And I've been telling them that, look, let's give kudos to science that have produced this vaccine. And it is a safety net that we all need to take. But a lot of them they are refusing to take it. And I've even told somebody, I know that taking a vaccine according to the law is something that we do is by consent. You cannot really force anybody to take a vaccine. And I've even told some of my friends that, look, as babies, some of our parents, they gave us polio vaccine. Diphtheria, tuberculosis. Yeah. And there were some funny parents then who refused to give their children vaccines. And we all know what happened. Some of them, they lost their limbs and all that. I said, but thank God for the kind of parents some of us had. We were vaccinated. So vaccine or getting vaccinated is not a new thing. So I'm using this medium. I want to speak to my brothers and sisters from those states, especially those at home and those in the diaspora, wherever you are, whether you're in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kaduna, or in Benin City, or in the UK, anywhere you are in the world, go and get vaccinated. Don't get carried away with all the conspiracy theory going on, that you put an iron spoon by your by your arm, and then it gets magneted and all that. So those are cheap lies. So get vaccinated. Let's protect one another, so that very soon this virus can be a thing of the past. Truth is this virus has come to stay. It's not going to go anyway. People who study science, they will tell you that the etiology of diseases and infection, once they come, they remain. So long as human beings remain on planet Earth, diseases will still be there. Yeah. So I want to really appeal to Edo State sons and daughters, other Nigerians as well. Vaccines are there, get vaccinated. Don't take a chance. We all got one life to live.
That's true. We do have all one life to live. Now we're going to digress just a little bit into something that I noticed is of keen interest to you. You're a strong supporter of the Bendel Insurance Football Club of Benin City in Edo State in Nigeria. For those who don't know, it's a football club in Nigeria in Edo State. Now, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, thank you, Chelsea. I grew up in Benin loving Bendel Insurance Football Club. In fact, we, as a young boy growing up, we used to call it Bendel Insurance. We just put the whole
everything together.
The whole words together. Yes, together. It was when I grew up. I actually knew that they were two separate words. So that is our home club. I remember those days. Bendel Insurance, Enugu Rangers, ICC Shooting Stars, Spartans of Owerri, Raka Rovers, Leventis United. These were Nigerian club side that were really at the top of their game in the late 80s and early 90s. So I still support Bendel Insurance even though we are in the second cadre of the Nigerian football pyramid now. But at the moment, we are top of the league in the Nigerian National League. Hopefully, my darling Bendel Insurance will come back to the big time of Nigerian football at the end of this football season. We are top of the NNL League at the moment.
Well, it is great to see that they have support from here in the diaspora, and hopefully the team is going to be able to do you proud moving forward. Okay, so now lastly, we're going to reference the last one of your articles for today. The article is titled, "Seek Ye First the Kingdom of Restructuring," which is an interesting play of words because if you're religious, you understand where it comes from, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all will be added unto you. In this article, you mention where you talk about the failed structure and how restructuring can fix the problem. My question to you is, can you elaborate on what restructuring is and how, especially, us in the diaspora can help with this?
Yeah, thank you. I think people, they just want to be funny, and some want to, kind of play the devil's advocate. Restructuring is a word, and it is the way it is. It's something some of us have been clamoring for to happen in Nigeria, so that Nigeria can be a true federal state, like it is in the US, even like they practice in Ghana and in some other countries where they operate a federal system. So that is basically what it is. And in simple terms, let me just break it down. It is a system where the federating units, like in Nigeria now, we have 36 federating units. So these states they will all be on their own. We still have the government at the center, but like they do in America. So each state will be able to legislate on issues, will be able to legislate on policies and governance matters that relate to them at their local level. That is the simple way I see restructuring. So, but when you mention restructuring, even some people will be thinking that, oh, you are clamoring for Nigeria to break up. That is not the truth. Because I must tell you, Chelsea, that with the way Nigeria is going, we watch the news. The country is, is on the cliff edge. Nigeria is set to implode. And except something drastic is done, I'm afraid we may lose that country. So restructuring is going to be that, panacea. It's going to be the prescription, that we keep Nigeria going, and it would even make the country develop more, because they always say that necessity is the mother of invention. So people cannot be creative when they know that there are handouts. You just go to Abuja and then the federal government will just hand out. So there's a lot of laziness in our system. There's a lot of, how do I put it now? There's a lot of, this apathy to work. People just believe that, oh, federal allocation will come at the end of the month and nobody is really doing anything. So these are some of the things that restructuring will put a stop to, and the country will grow better.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Now, what are the plans to celebrate Edo in the diaspora? What are the plans to celebrate, Edo turning 30? What are the plans?
Wow. Lots of plans. For us here in the diaspora, we have a diaspora working group headed by Dr. Loretta Oduware Oboroko and other people supporting. We have several subcommittees working. We are having a lot of media shows. We are having concerts, essay competition, science and innovation, poetry. There's a lot. Edo fashion parade, Edo cooking. So a lot has been lined up. Even though the Edo State government, because of the Delta variant of COVID, the State government has shelved the celebrations in Edo State physically, but here in the diaspora, we are going on with all our plans and activities, which will culminate on the 27th and 28th of August 2021. It's our grand finale. And beyond that, we have our website is www.esd30plus.org. We are looking at this celebration beyond just this August 27th or August 28th. We are looking at Edo going forward 2022 and beyond. So that's our vision.
Congratulations, that's amazing. And as a very proud and very indigenous Edo man, just before we let you go, we can't let you go from this show without asking you a few important questions. One, what is your favorite Edo dish? And you have to be honest about it.
Look, that's a very good question. My favorite Edo dish is unwamikbogi vema. That is egusi soup and pounded yam.
It could be argued that egusi soup is not an Edo dish, but I understand the love of egusi, so I'm going to let that pass. And what is your favorite Edo music, just before we wrap up?
Oh, that one, I don't even need to blink. It's Sir Victor Wifo. I'm sure you know that icon. He's legendary. He is.
Awesome. Yeah. On that note, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us here at the discussion. Dr. Tony, it was a pleasure having you, and we hope to see you back again on our screen sometime soon.
Thank you, Chelsea. It's been my pleasure too. Thank you very much.
And for the viewers, thank you again for joining the discussion. It's been an absolute pleasure. As you can see, we have guests every Saturday here to be able to keep us entertained. If you're just joining us on the GBKM network, remember you can also download our app. Search GBKM on iOS or Android to be able to download the app. And you can go to our website, which is www.gbkm.tv, to be able to get live notifications and catch our past shows as well. Like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Remember, every topic starts with a discussion. See you soon.
Edo State will be 30 years old on the 27th of August 2021. Ours is a land with an enduring monarchy of global acclaim. It is a land filled with distinguished sons and daughters defining and holding their own in all spheres of human endeavor, both at home and in the diaspora. We are a people of confidence and excellence, steeped in values, culture, courage, respect, and measured wisdom. Let us celebrate our Edo-ness. God bless Edo State.
Do you want to be your own boss and make income or extra income with flexible schedule? Welcome to Keen & Courier. Keen & Courier works as a marketplace platform connecting customers who need something delivered with drivers that are willing to serve them. Courier with